What's going on, guys, and welcome on in. Today I have a spicy topic, the highly requested, a lot of y'all wanted it, 4 and 5 star safe sell list. Quotations on the safe because I need to make some disclaimers. All right, we're gonna go over the 4 stars first. It'll be fast and easy. Make sure you check out my last video on powder for all the ways you can earn it, as well as the 3 star safe sell list. Today let's cover the 4 star and 5 star artifacts. Okay, we'll breeze through the 4 star list, and then I got to talk to you guys about the 5 stars, and we got to be very careful. There's some high risk, high reward situations, or I should say low risk, high reward situations, but there's something that needs to be clear and said about the whole thing. Okay, so sit tight for that. Let's go ahead and talk about 4 star artifacts real quick, which ones you can kind of sell. Go ahead, you'll be able to take a quick look at your inventory and listen to what I say and then sell the extras. All right, number 1 though, before we start, make sure for 4 star artifacts you keep 1 max limit break of every single artifact tier, okay? Just to be on the safe side. Some of them you will never ever use. I know a lot of these that I'm about to talk about have never seen the light of day, but just to be safe, 4 star artifacts are common. Let's go ahead and try to keep at least 1 max limit break of every single artifact to be safe, all right? If you're a go-getter, if you know what you're doing, you don't mind taking a little bit of risk, maybe sell some of the ones that I'm not very hyped about. But try, please, to keep 1, if you're a safe player, to keep 1 max limit break of every single 4 star artifact here. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to not talk about the event or holo trial artifacts because 1, you obtain those differently, and 2, you can't even sell them for powder, I don't think. So we'll skip those, all right? Let's start from top left. This is a good one to start with, guys. Taga Hell's Ancient Book. If you haven't heard of this artifact, let's say you're brand new, returning, please keep as many of this as possible. We don't have time to break down how good every single individual artifact is. I might mention a few uses here and there, but I want to make sure we talk about just in terms of selling. Just know that this is one of the best artifacts in the game. You're going to want as many copies as possible. 1 max limit break, 2, 3, maybe even 4, maybe more. Just keep as many as possible, otherwise you'll regret it later on once you know what you're doing. If you decide on a firm max limit break amount that you want, you can sell the rest, but for now, please keep every single Taga Hells you get. All right, it is so dang good. Kaladra and Sierra Ren, they kind of fit a similar mage role. Go ahead and keep at least 1 max limit break. Both are very good though. You'll find uses for them. So I could see maybe some of you guys that have a lot of mages, maybe you'll run 2 at the same time, but typically you'll be okay just keeping 1 max limit break. You can sell the rest for now. You'll get more later if you need it. Barth's or Boculum. I think some people have tried using this. It's not really amazing, but just keep 1 max limit break just in case something pops up later. Aureus and Adamant Shield. Let's talk about these 2 real fast. These guys, if you're a knight player, you're going to want to keep more than 1 copy. Even if you're not like specifically a knight player, if you like that more tanky defensive playstyle, you want to keep multiple copies, all right? Now, and I mean multiple max limit break copies, but let me make something clear about Aureus. Keep one of your Aureuses at plus 30 and keep the rest at plus 29 or lower. That way the plus 30 unit, let's say Blue Crow, he's always the one that will take the damage share in case you run him alongside like a Fallen Cecilia, and she also has an Aureus. That way the Blue Crow will definitely take the damage, and even at plus 29 Aureus, Fallen CC can have it on, but she'll just provide the defense percent. She won't randomly take the damage share. You can determine who the damage share is taken for, okay? Just a quick side note on Aureus. Adamant Shield, get multiple at plus 30 if you're a tanky player. If you aren't a tanky player, guys, just keep 1 of each, plus 30. They're very good artifacts. You never know when you might swap playstyles. Yeah, keep at least 1. If you're a tanky player, keep more. Highlight Glance, very strong artifact as well, but you can go ahead and sell the rest. I typically only see this on at most 1 unit here and there. Same thing with Steadfast Gatekeeper. They almost do the same exact thing, just one's AoE. El's Fist, go ahead and sell the extras, guys. I'm sure it has some use here and there, especially if you don't have a lot of other artifacts, but typically you'll only need 1 max limit break copy. You can probably sell the rest. Same thing with Hell Cutter, guys. This one's a little bit better though than El's Fist, especially now with units like Little Queen Charlotte. But typically I think you won't need this on too many units. Maybe if you think you will, go ahead and keep maybe save this one for a little bit later in terms of sell priority, but it is a strong artifact, but I think you'll only need 1 max limit break typically. Strat Gauntlet, same thing, super strong for effect resist. But you'll only really need 1, maybe 2, depending if you have like Dark Corvus and Kitty Clarissa. You don't want to swap artifacts around all the time. It could be multiple units. Sepulchrum, we really only need 1, but it's a strong defensive artifact, even for things like Wyvern. Even in Guild Wars, if let's say your Proof of Valor is on another unit, keep 1, max limit break for sure. Moonlight Dreamblade, let's go and talk about this one real fast. It's a thief artifact. We all know it. Some of us hate it. You may need multiple copies. If you have a lot of thieves, let's say Arbiter Village on the counter build, and you also like Tempest Cern on a more defensive build, you may need more copies. If you also like running Remnant Violet or Green Violet, you may need more than 1 max limit break. So this one probably safe for a little bit later compared to the rest of the 4 stars. A lot of units love this artifact. It's very strong. Elia's Knife, typically I really only see on Kayron, but you know, you could also run it on other thieves like Tempest Surin if you don't have a Alex's Basket or you don't like the defensive Moonlight Dreamblade playstyle. So keep one max limit break for sure. It is a strong artifact, but the stipulation with the you know, them needing to be hurt, a lot of people prefer other artifacts, and typically I really only see it mostly on Kayron. Dust Devil can be also very strong. All the Thief artifacts are very good, but unlike Dreamblade, I don't expect a lot of y'all to be running multiple Dust Devils unless you just really love that double attack style. I would say just make sure you keep one, maybe extras, but you could probably sell the rest. Silver Rain, only need one copy of. Max limit break, sell the rest. Water's Origin, Wondrous Potion Vial, and Magarahas. Let's group them together, but a big emphasis on Water's Origin, at least right now in the meta. Units like Ruella Light, if you guys picked her from your selector, made Chloe, a lot of Doris, a lot of just Soul Weavers like this artifact because it gives CR push. It also gives survivability. It's very strong. You will want this on multiple units probably if you have multiple Soul Weavers. So this will be one you reach for later than the rest. Wondrous Potion Vial, very, very strong. PvP and PvE. You could potentially need multiple copies of that. Magaraha's Tome, a lot of times people will reach for things like Rod of Amaryllis instead, but this could be a good budget artifact. It could be used on multiple units, but I think Water's Origin is much more important. Yeah, if you don't run a lot of Soul Weavers, boys, you can probably sell the rest, but keep note, it is a strong artifact. Eternus, I have seen some tech for this on like Green Destina, but really, guys, it's not used that much. Safely sell the rest after you max limit break one. Same with Infinity Basket. Not amazing. Sell the extra copies. Sashathanes, if you're a cleaver, it could be super, super good. Maybe you'll need, if you're a hardcore cleaver, maybe you'll need more than one. But really, most of us here just get one max limit broken and sell the rest. Rosa Hargana. Let me take note of this real fast. If you are pulling for Seaside Bologna in the future, boys, and you aren't lucky enough to get drink, but that's why I'm making this video. So you can start stocking up powder, selling your, you can safely sell these extra 4-star artifacts. Try to get that drink because it will be costing 240 powder if you aren't lucky enough to grab it on the way to Pity. Hopefully you guys have good luck though and you can get both SSB, Seaside Bologna, and the artifact. But if you don't, Rosa Hargana is a decent alternative. Andre's Crossbow, just keep one. It looked like it was going to be strong, but really no one uses this that much typically for the meta. Could be good later, so just keep one max limit break, sell the rest. And I think all the other artifacts listed here, guys, are event artifacts, okay? Boys, let me get your attention for just 1 minute real fast. We're partnering up again with Lootcakes, and last time around, so many of you guys enjoyed it, loved it, signed up. They're doing it again. I want even more of you on board this time. They have an amazing giveaway. Let me tell you all about Lootcakes, even for my light spenders, big spenders, whales, even my free-to-play. I think you can all take advantage of this amazing opportunity, so let me tell you about it. Alright guys, so Lootcakes allows gamers to share their purchasing data from free-to-play games like Epic 7 and the other ones you see here, in exchange for digital gift card rewards. Whenever someone makes an in-game purchase, they receive an email receipt. Lootcakes allows gamers to share that data by linking the Gmail accounts where they receive those receipts. Now, the reason I want even my free-to-plays to come join us, but especially my whales, is because, if you can see here, Baka Cakes is my alliance in Lootcakes, and we are 104 members strong, continually growing. I want you all to join up, and even if you don't spend it all, whenever I spend, if you're part of the alliance, we all earn from that purchase. So we all earn passively. Guys, Lootcakes is absolutely hassle-free. From after the first time you sign up, all you have to do is it'll automatically scan your emails for all those said receipts, and then we all kind of benefit from our in-game purchases, which we can redeem for gift cards. Now, a few things, guys. You will need a Gmail account, and it is US only, but if you do fit into those categories, please use the sign-up link below, and you'll also be entered into a $50 giveaway sponsored by Lootcakes. Make sure you do that before June 15th. June 15th will be the giveaway day. So use the link below. I'll put it up here as well. Sign up, guys. Search up Baka Cakes. Look for Car 6. And let's all start earning passively together, all right? Thank you guys so much for being cool with these sponsorships. And let's get on with the video. All right, y'all. Now we're going to talk about the 5-star artifacts. And this is where it gets a little spicy. Let me make one disclaimer. If you want to be completely safe, you do not sell any of these artifacts, period. You never know when they might get buffed in the future. You never know if a future unit can make great use of what we think right now is a weak artifact. It's just the possibilities are unknown. So if you want to be completely safe, just don't sell anything here. Instead, watch my previous video on ways to get powder as well as a 3-star safe sell list. Go ahead and watch the beginning of this video for the 4-star safe sell list, because even if you make a mistake with a 3-star and 4 stars, they're so common. I promise you'll get more. If you mess up on the 5-star artifacts, you may regret it big time later. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the spicy part. Ready? My boys that don't mind taking small risks for big time rewards? Listen up. I still want you guys to all keep one of every single artifact. This is something I do myself. Keep one copy of every single artifact. That way, in case it gets buffed in the future, at least we have that one fallback copy of, okay? So I'm not going to be able to cover, I don't want to cover every single artifact because there might be something I miss and there's just a lot of risk involved, but I'll give a few examples. And then if you want to talk specifically, guys, if you want to leave them in the comments or on Discord, you know I read every single comment. We can talk if you're considering selling some, but my safe players, just don't sell anything from here. My guys that don't mind taking small risk, I'll give you a few examples. But remember, keep one of every single copy, no matter what. If you're scared, if you're a safe player, just don't sell anything at all from this list. So let's say, guys, we want that Alexis basket in the powder shop, and during the collab, during the Seaside Bologna run, you aren't lucky enough to get that limited artifact from pulls. You're at pity, you're out of bookmarks. You can claim that one-time purchase. Remember, you can claim one-time 240 powder purchase for that artifact. You may need to sell something here just in case. My first example, let's go ahead and talk about Bloody Rose. All right. Bloody Rose already received a buff. Beforehand, it just gave effectiveness. It was really considered a super weak artifact. Now it's much more viable. I could see it being used in some PvE content, maybe future PvE content, but realistically, especially if you're like a more meta PvP player, this will just be a more niche artifact that could be used later. I don't think it'll ever be super strong, but you never know, like I mentioned, if a future unit can make great use of this Vampiric Touch. But realistically, guys, if you want to just keep one copy of the Bloody Rose, especially because it got buffed, we're not afraid of it getting buffed even more. Not really. I could see myself and some of you guys selling extra copies of Bloody Rose if we're super desperate for powder. Another artifact I could see being sold for extras would be something like Merciless Glutton. Now, this may get buffed because it hasn't received any buffs, but ever since its release, it's very, very lackluster. Every other artifact in the warrior class pretty much outscales it. Well, most of them for this style. I'm sure it has some uses here and there. I'm sure some of you guys in comments, if you do have some uses for these that I'm maybe missing, please let me know. But typically, it is one I won't regret selling. I keep one, and if I really needed the powder, I could sell extras, okay? Another artifact that's similar to Alexis Basket, but just a million times worse for warriors, is like Samsara Prayer Beads. It may get buffed in the future. If you want to be safe, don't sell any even extra copies. But my guys that don't mind taking slight risks, this is one that is just so dang weak. If you really want that powder, you know, you could probably safely sell the extras of this. All right. Another one, guys, the last one I guess we'll talk about, Doctor's Bag. Widely regarded as one of the worst artifacts. Just read the description, boys, and you can kind of tell for yourself. It just has layers of RNG. Not only that, the chance of it proccing is low. It's just not a good artifact overall. I don't even think a future unit could make great use of this. I'd be surprised, but you never know. So you want to be safe. Keep one copy. My safe players don't sell any extra copies, but those of you, right, that need the powder, this is one definitely that I think you could sell and not really regret in the future, as long as you keep one, okay? Because if you keep one, then we can either bottle it or at least we have one to go off of if it gets mega buffed in the future. All right, but that's why I want to be careful, guys. Once again, if you need any extra help, just talk to me and we can talk about the artifacts. I'll tell you what I think me and my community use them for, but really my safe players don't sell anything. My slight riskers, go ahead and sell the ones that you know, are typically weaker than the rest. I can help you out, or just use the examples I gave here. But just be careful, guys. The 5-star artifacts in particular, be careful. Use the 4 stars, use the 3 stars, and use the Abyss, the Dagger Sakar. Watch my last powder video, okay? But start prepping, both for Alexis Basket in the shop right now, as well as the limited artifacts from Collab and the Seaside run, okay? Especially Rengar's Drink. Do not miss out, guys. Have some powder saved up because you're also going to want to buy the bottles too. It's just a crap ton of powder, and I don't want you guys spending anything in the cash shop. Get all of this for free. Just work on it, okay? Much love, guys. Thank you all so much for the support. Next up, I got the Arena purchasing guide because it just got discounted. A lot of my new players can make great use of it. That'll be coming out next. A lot of future content. Thank you so much for all your support. Catch y'all in the next one. Later, guys.